I slap police for your case. Enter water. Okay, sorry, we are not slapping police today. So today we'll be talking about the that if case statement. Yes, if case, not if else. So there's if else statement, right? And then there's if case statement. So what is the if case statement? The if case statement is a statement that actually allows you to match and destructure against a single pattern. So what does this mean? Pattern destructuring is just a more convenient way for you to extract data from an object in that. Imagine you have a list of 3 items. What you would normally do, let's assume you want to get the values from each index, right? What you normally do is to call the list at the index of, let's say, 0 or 1 or 2, depending on whatever index you need to get. But with pattern destructuring, this is more convenient. You cannot do it this way. Now, we'll be going into our code base to see a brief implementation of how to use the if case statement. So follow me, guys. Okay, guys, we have created a method here called getTextToDisplay. We have also declared a list called values, which has 1 and 2 as the items in it. We will then make our first check that if values, the case when values has just 2 items, which are both integers, x and y, we will return a text that says this list has 2 elements, x and y. If not, we will then return a text that says this list either has more than 2 elements or one of the elements is not an integer. So we have done 2 things here. Firstly, we have used the if case statements. Secondly, we have done pattern destructuring. X and Y in this case now stands for 1 and 2 above, instead of having to access 1 and 2 using values at the index of 0 or values at the index of 1. This is what pattern destructuring means. So now we'll go ahead to run our code and see what we get as our display. I bet you were expecting that this list has 2 elements, 1 and 2, was going to be our output. Well, you are correct. Now we'll make a little change to the list. We'll change the first item from 1 and then we'll give it a string called that. Then we'll run our code and we'll see what our output is. That is an example of how to use the if case statement. So I hope going forward, destructuring patterns in your Dart code will no longer be an issue for you. By the way, my merch is from Alina Creations on Instagram, and that's your one-stop shop for faith-based merchandise. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Twitter and Instagram at exclusive cyborg. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.